Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about the best games for August 2024, and there's a whole bunch of them, so we're just going to dive straight in there. Okay, first on our list today is Thank Goodness You're Here. This is a comedy game developed by Cole Supper. Players will take on the role of a newcomer into a town, which is a very bizarre town at that, where there's a whole bunch of wacky events that are constantly unfolding. You are then thrust into chaotic scenarios and must improvise their way through them. You're coming up with a bunch of funny and creative solutions to just absurd problems. The key features of this game is improvisation-driven gameplay, so the game encourages you to think on your feet and embrace spontaneous interactions with characters and the environment. You've got absurd humor. The game is just full of surreal situations and weird dialogue all the time, creating like a comedic experience, which I don't think there's any other games like this, to be honest. And then it's just vibrant visuals. The town is brought to life with a lot of color, the stylized visuals, and it just gives the game a very nice atmosphere. Then I did read somewhere that the game also can be played with up to 4 players, which I'm not 100% sure on, if I'm honest with you, but that sounds like it'd be a very intriguing thing if that's possible, so maybe it's a game just worth trying with you and your friends if possible. And of course, with a game like this where every scenario is just wacky and crazy, there's no right or wrong answers, which can make the game quite fun. Overall, the game will be releasing on Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Mac OS, and Windows. It will be launching on the 1st of August, which is also when this video just got released. Next on our list is World of Goo 2. This is a highly anticipated sequel to a very award-winning physics-based puzzle game. I'm pretty sure everyone has played World of Goo back in the day. It was developed by 2D Boy. This is the same company that's also making World of Goo 2. It's a fun, challenging, and charming game. We have like a weird goo building adventure with different levels, mechanics, and a captivating story. Now, the key features for this game are new goo species, so you'll discover a variety of new goo balls with unique properties, such as like a jelly goo, liquid launchers, growing goo, shrinking goo, and explosive goo even, which is just absolutely insane. The world is also expanded. I think there's like 5 new chapters with like over 60 levels or something like that. Each offering fresh challenges and creative puzzles to solve using all the new species of goos. It does have a unique, engaging storyline again, where you can uncover the secrets of the powerful corporation that claims to be environmental friendly, but, you know, has ulterior motives using the goos and all this type of stuff. The soundtrack is actually quite beautiful and atmospheric too, from what we've seen and heard in the different trailers and just what we've seen online. And the game will be launching on Nintendo Switch, Windows, Linux, and Mac as well. It will be launching on the 2nd of August. Then third on our list is Cat Quest 3. This is an action RPG developed by the Gentle Bros, and it's the 3rd installment in the beloved Cat Quest series. This time you'll be taking the adventure, which will then take you through the Caribbean, which is just a cat version of the Caribbean. It's a fantastical pirate-themed world filled with pirates, treasure, and swashbuckling action. Players will then take on the role of a brave feline privateer who sets sail with a spirit companion to uncover the legendary Northern Star treasure, which actually sounds really cool. I like the... This is the first time I've actually come across Cat Quest, and I really like the vibes that this game gives me. So key features are, it's an open world exploration game. The Caribbean is a vast and colorful world full of islands, dungeons, and hidden secrets to discover. You can explore by land and sea using your ship to navigate the treacherous waters. There is a lot of action-packed combat too. It features real-time combat with hack and slash mechanics. You can unleash devastating combos, powerful spells, and even swap between different weapons to overcome the pirate foes. Now, there is a bit of treasure hunting, because what's a pirate game without treasure hunting? So the Caribbean is overflowing with treasure, including new weapons, armor, spells, and costumes, and players can embark on thrilling treasure hunts to find these valuable rewards. Ship combat is also a key feature for the first time in the series. Players can actually engage in exciting ship battles, take command of your vessel, fire cannons, and outmaneuver your pirate opponents. The game also features character customization, which, you know, you can customize your feline hero with various costumes and accessories, which you can find from the treasure hunts and probably other methods too. The game does feature local co-op, which allows friends to team up and explore the Caribbean together, which is kind of nice. Cat Quest 3 will be launching on PlayStation 5, PS4, Nintendo Switch, Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. It will be launching on the 8th of August. Then next on our list is Level 0 Extraction. This is an asymmetrical multiplayer horror game where a team of scientists compete against a hostile creature to escape a research facility. It's developed by Dog Howl Games and it will be released on a multitude of platforms. Now, in level 0 extraction, players are divided into two teams, scientists and the creature. The scientists must complete various objectives to repair a malfunctioning power generator and escape the facility, while the creature then hunts them down. The game features intense cat and mouse gameplay where scientists must rely on teamwork and cunning to survive, while the creature utilizes its unique abilities to track and eliminate prey. It seems to be like a mix of Evolve and Dead by Daylight, but with more scientists. The game features asymmetrical gameplay, which is, unique roles and abilities for both scientists and the creature, creating an intense and dynamic experience. There are a lot of environmental hazards where the research facility is filled with dangers, such as malfunctioning machinery and environmental hazards where the player must navigate and use to their advantage. You will have to work in a team because the scientists have to work together to complete the objectives and escape, so communicating and coordinating is the way to outsmart the creature. You're going to have to use stealth and evasion, where scientists can use stealth tactics to avoid detection while the creature relies on its senses, and cunning to track down its prey and obviously abilities. Now, the game does feature different creatures, each with unique abilities and playstyles too, which adds variety to the gameplay if you're playing as the creature. There is also character progression, where players can unlock new skills and upgrades for both scientists and the creature, allowing for more customization and personalization. Level 0 Extraction will release on the 13th of August on the PS5, PS4, Xbox One, and Windows. Up next is Dustborn. Now, Dustborn is a story-driven action-adventure game which is developed by Red Thread Games and is also published by Quantic Dream. Now, Red Thread Games are the creators of Dreamfall Chapters, which is an amazing story game, and it's set in a divided and dystopian America. Now, the game does follow the journey of Pax, which is an ex-con and has superhuman powers, who is tasked with transporting a mysterious package across the country. Now, in Dustborn, players will embark on a road trip across a fractured America, encountering diverse characters, making difficult choices, and facing the consequences of your actions. The game does emphasize narrative and choice-driven gameplay, allowing players to shape Pax's story and relationships with the crew. Key features include narrative-driven adventure. Dustborn puts a strong emphasis on storytelling with a branching narrative that responds to player choices and actions. You will have unique characters. Pax is joined by a crew of misfits and outcasts, each with their own personalities, motivations, and abilities. Players will then get to build relationships with these characters and shape your journey and overall story. There is world-based combat too, where the game features a unique combat system that revolves around using words as weapons. Players will then choose from a variety of verbal attacks, taunts, and defenses to overcome their enemies. Dustborn also allows players to explore a variety of locations across America, from bustling cities to desolate wastelands. Players will face more dilemmas and more choices that will impact the story and your relationships with the other characters. Now, the game does also feature an original soundtrack composed by the award-winning composer Simon Poole, who is also known for his work on Dreamfall Chapters and The Secret World, so the soundtrack is probably going to be phenomenal. Dustborn will release on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Windows, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S on the 20th of August. Now, up next is probably one of the most hyped games of all of August, and this is Black Myth Wukong. This is an upcoming action role-playing game which is developed by Game Science, a Chinese studio. It is based on the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West and follows the adventure of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, as he battles demons and monsters on his pilgrimage to the West. Now, the game is a reimagining of the classic Journey to the West story with a focus on intense combat, exploration, and character progression. Players will take on the role of Sun Wukong, where you wield his magic staff and a variety of other abilities to defeat enemies. The game does promise a rich and immersive experience with stunning visuals, detailed environments, and captivating storyline. Key features of this game will feature fast-paced and fluid combat with a variety of attacks, combos, and special abilities to master. Players will need to utilize your skills and reflexes to defeat challenging enemies and bosses. Then another feature is exploration and discovery. The game world is vast and detailed with hidden areas, secrets, and collectibles to discover. Players will then be able to explore at their own pace, uncover the mysteries of the world and its inhabitants. There is also character progression. Sun Wukong can be upgraded and customized with new skills, abilities, and equipment. Players will then be able to tailor to their playstyle and their preferences, creating a unique and personalized experience. Now, the game does feature impressive visuals with detailed character models, realistic environment, and stunning special effects. This is because the game is actually built on Unreal Engine 5, which just helps create visually stunning and immersive experiences. The game will also feature an engaging storyline, which retells the classic Journey of the West story with a fresh perspective, adding new twists and turns to the familiar narrative. Players will be drawn into the story of Sun Wukong and his companions, experiencing their trials and tribulations as they journey to the West. Black Myth Wukong will be launching on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows PC. It will launch on the 20th of August. Up next is a cute-looking little indie game called Mika and the Witch's Mountain, which is an upcoming adventure game developed by Chi Big and Nukefist. It is a heartwarming story about a young aspiring witch named Mika who embarks on a journey to deliver packages to the residents of a magical island while working towards her own witch's broom. Now, in Mika and the Witch's Mountain, players will take on the role of Mika, which we've already said, a young witch in training. Mika's dream is to earn her own witch's broom, but first she must prove herself by delivering packages to the quirky inhabitants of a charming island. Along the way, she'll explore the island's secrets, meet new friends, and overcome challenges. Key features include exploration, where you can discover a vibrant and colorful world filled with hidden paths, secrets, and collectibles, and you can eventually soar through the skies on your trusty broom and explore the island at your own pace. There are a bunch of delivery quests, so you take on various delivery quests, each with its own unique challenges and rewards, meet interesting characters, and learn more about the island's history and culture. Now, you do get to upgrade and customize your broom with different parts and abilities. You get to improve things like its speed, maneuverability, and carrying capacity to become the best delivery witch that you can be. It does feature a charming story where you experience a heartwarming narrative about friendship, growth, and pursuing your dreams, and you get immersed in a world filled with magic and wonder. Now, this is quite a nice game because it does feature relaxing gameplay where you can just enjoy a laid-back and stress-free gameplay session while focusing on the exploration, discovery, and helping others and the story in general. Mika and the Witch's Mountain will be launching on Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Windows, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and will launch on the 21st of August. Now, up next is one I actually have to kind of warn you about because it is Concord. And Concord is an upcoming multiplayer first-person shooter game developed by Firewalk Studios and published by Sony. This will be launching on the PS5 and PC, and it's a team-based first-person shooter game that promises to deliver a unique and exciting multiplayer experience. The game features a weird sci-fi Guardians of the Galaxy type setting and storyline where they release these weekly features and cutscenes, and it's literally just another 5 versus 5 hero shooter. There isn't too much I can say about this other than it has a big roster. We've all played enough hero shooters, and it features an innovative multiplayer experience where they emphasize their focus on creating a fresh and innovative multiplayer experience. But that suggests that Concord may introduce new gameplay mechanics and modes to the FPS genre, but we have played the betas, which it just seems to be kind of the same. Now, it does feature team-based gameplay, which confirms, team-based, it's 5 versus 5, there isn't much more to say about that. There are different game modes, which again caters to different players, but will also kind of split the player base because their player base is not looking too strong, even though I know the game hasn't come out, but I'll talk about that in a second. There is a bit of a strategic depth to the game where you have to kind of come up with strategic thinking and teamwork based on the different maps and your own knowledge and communication skills, just like any other 5 vs 5 PvP hero shooter. It does also feature accessibility and skill expression, where they tried to create a game that is accessible to new players while still offering the depth and skill expression for veterans. This could also be achieved through tutorials, skill-based matchmaking, and a variety of other difficult levels too. Now, one thing you've got to be aware of is just how low the player count is for this game. People tested this game for free during the open beta, and it had about less than 2,000 players on Steam, which is just not good for a live service hero shooter like this. The game is $40 at launch, which means people are going to have to pay to play it. And when you've got an open beta and people don't want to play it for free, there is an issue. I know that Concord is launching in August, but I feel like there could be an opportunity where they could, delay the game still, which would probably be best for the studio. The game will be launching on PlayStation 5 and Windows on the 23rd of August. Up next, we have Gori, Cuddly Carnage, which is a upcoming third-person action slasher game developed by Angry Demon Studio. It does combine fast-paced combat with a vibrant neon-soaked aesthetic and a wicked sense of humor. In Gori, Cuddly Carnage, you will be taking control of a character called Gori, which is an adorable yet deadly cat on a hoverboard. He embarks on a bloody rampage against mutated toys, accompanied by this sentient hoverboard called Frank. Gori will then slash, grind, and trick his way through hordes of enemies, all while uncovering a dark secret behind the toy apocalypse. Now, I have to admit, this game actually really does catch my attention. I really like the sound of it, and it just sounds like a lot of fun. Gori, Cuddly Carnage features a fluid and dynamic combat system that encourages stylish combos, aerial maneuvers, and brutal finishing moves. You do have a bunch of unique weapons too, which is just a variety of deadly weapons, including the hoverboard, which can be then used for both combat and traversal. It does feature a number of vibrant visuals because the game is just neon soaked and has multiple environments and stylized characters that create a visually stunning and immersive experience. There is quite a bit of dark humor in the game too. It's cute and cuddly aesthetic with a wicked sense of humor filled with dark jokes and satirical comments. The game does feature skill-based progression too, where players can upgrade Gori's abilities and unlock new moves, allowing them to customize their playstyle and tackle challenges in their own way. It will also feature its own original soundtrack, which is like a high-energy soundtrack that just complements the fast-paced action and vibrant visuals, which is nice. Gori will be launching on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Windows PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and will be launching on the 29th of August. Then we also have Visions of Mana, which is a brand new game set in the Mana series developed by Square Enix. This is an upcoming game coming later in August, and it basically is said to be an action RPG that stays true to the Mana series' core themes of nature, interconnectedness, and the struggle between good and evil. The game does follow a new protagonist in a unique world, exploring the Mana Tree's influence on the land and its inhabitants. Players can also anticipate a compelling storyline filled with memorable characters, challenging dungeons, and epic boss battles. It does also feature action-oriented combat, where you build on real-time combat systems of like recent entries. Expect fast-paced battles with a focus on combos, special abilities, and magical attacks. It will also feature a beautiful environment because the Mana series is known for its stunning visuals, and it will most likely continue to do this tradition with vibrant landscapes, detailed character models, and magical effects. You'll also have the opportunity to most likely customize your character, abilities, equipment, and appearance, creating a unique playstyle while going through the game. The Mana series in general has a history of memorable soundtracks, and Visions of Mana will probably be no different. The game will launch on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox X and S, and Windows PC. It will also be launching on the 29th of August. Then last on our list is Star Wars Outlaws. This is an upcoming open-world action-adventure game developed by Massive Entertainment and published by Ubisoft. It is the first open-world Star Wars game and is set between the events of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Star Wars Outlaws then follows the story of Kay Vess, a cunning scoundrel navigating the dangerous criminal underworld of the Star Wars galaxy. Kay is on a quest to pull off one of the biggest heists the Outer Rim has ever seen, with the help of her loyal companion Nix, and along the way she'll encounter a cast of diverse characters including other scoundrels, bounty hunters, and Imperial officers. The key features of this game is like an open world exploration. You can explore a vast and diverse world set in the Star Wars galaxy, filled with unique planets, bustling cities, and dangerous outposts. It does also feature a choice-driven narrative where you can make impactful choices that shape Kay's story and the fate of the galaxy. It also features tactical combat, where you can engage in thrilling third-person combat, utilizing Kay's blaster, skills, gadgets, and stealth abilities. There's also a number of different customization options, where you can personalize Kay's appearance and gear, tailoring her to your playstyle. Now, you will also have a number of companions in the game, like Nix, a loyal companion with unique abilities to overcome challenges and explore the galaxy together. It also features the criminal underworld, where you have to navigate the dangerous criminal underworld of the Star Wars galaxy, encountering a variety of factions and characters. The game also does feature a number of different vehicles and gadgets, where you can utilize a variety of these vehicles, such as speeder bikes and spaceships to traverse the open world. Star Wars Outlaws will be releasing on PlayStation 5, Xbox S and X, and Windows PC, and it will release on the 30th of August. Unless you have a deluxe edition or another edition above that, which I believe is like 3 days early access, so technically the 27th of August. So that's all the games I have on this list. For my top picks this month, I think for me personally, I'm more interested in Black Myth Wukong. It just sounds like a fantastic time. Everything we've seen about it looks great. Next up is Gori, Cuddly Carnage. Going through this video and actually creating it and doing some research on these games, Gori just looks and sounds amazing. Everything about it just looks like it's going to be a great time to just sit and chill out and just enjoy a good gaming session. And of course, Star Wars Outlaws. I'm a big fan of Star Wars. This is more into the Star Wars universe. The combat can be a little bit iffy depending on like the gameplay we've seen, but I've also seen gameplay where it looks incredible. So I'm very like 50-50 on if this game is going to be good or not. But it is Star Wars, so I'm willing to try it out, and I'm very excited because it's more Star Wars. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it and it helped you at all, please click the like button and subscribe as well. Let me know which game you guys are excited for this month and which one you're going to be playing, or like which one is a must buy on day one for you guys. It'd be interesting to see which ones you actually want to buy. Anyway, guys, until the next video, I'll see you again soon. Bye.